Imagine investing your life savings, your dreams, into a piece of land, only to discover it was never yours, that it was sold to you by a fraudster, or worse, sold multiple times over. Sadly, for countless individuals and businesses in Ghana, this isn't a nightmare, it is a harsh reality. Land fraud and disputes are a persistent and growing issue, undermining trust, destroying families, and costing millions of Ghana cedis. In a country brimming with opportunity, why is securing land still such a risky gamble? What are the hidden traps, the fake land sales, and the title fraud? I nearly lost £12,000 in a land scam. In this video, I will share my story, expose the tricks scammers use, and show you how to protect your money. Stay tuned. Tip number 6 could save you thousands. Hi everyone, I'm Solomon, the founder of Asandex, an agribusiness in Ghana, passionate about growing high-quality habanero peppers the sustainable way. But this journey isn't just about farming. I've spent over a decade as a senior project manager in IT, working with global companies like Unilever, Cisco, and British Gas. I live in the UK with my wonderful family. And you might be wondering, how does someone with such an experience in IT end up starting a farm in Ghana? Well, that's exactly the story I want to share with you. At Asandex, we are not just cultivating habanero peppers. We are growing trust, opportunity, and impact. And in this channel, I would love to take you along on that journey. My hope is that our journey inspires you to start something of your own. This isn't just a headline, it is very personal. In 2023, while buying the land that became Asandex today, I nearly lost £12,000. The agent looked legit, documents looked official, until one red flag changed everything. I'm going to share exactly what happened to me in a second, but bear with me. First, I want to make sure you don't go through the same thing. Let's look at the most common tricks people use here in Ghana and how you can see them coming a mile away. The first common tactic is the multiple sales. This is one of the most common scams. The same piece of land sold to several people. You pay, start building, and suddenly, boom, someone else shows up claiming it is theirs. Fake land sales and non-existent plots. Some scammers sell land that doesn't even exist or show you a plot that isn't actually theirs to sell. Title fraud or forged documents. Scammers can forge land titles and documents so well that they look real. Always double check before you sign anything. The land guard problem. Some buyers face land guards. These are armed men who demand money just to access land that's already yours. Unofficial payments and hidden fees. Beware of hidden fees like facilitation money. These usually go straight into the wrong pockets. Pressure tactics. If someone pressures you to pay quickly or lose the deal, this deal won't last, someone else is interested, these are your clues to walk away or look further into the deal. So how do you protect your investment and ensure your land acquisition in Ghana is safe and legitimate? Due diligence is non-negotiable. Never rush. Take your time. This is the most important step. Verify land ownership and title. You can do this through the Lands Commission. This is where land records are kept. Conduct an official search to confirm the legitimate owner and ensure there are no multiple registrations on the land. The second way you can verify is through the traditional authorities. For customary lands, which constitutes about 80% of land in Ghana, always engage directly with the relevant traditional leaders or family heads who have oversight of the land. Verify their authority to sell. Physically visit the site. Always visit the land yourself multiple times and at different times of the day. Talk to the people in the immediate vicinity, the neighbors, the residents. They might offer valuable insights into the land's history or any ongoing disputes. If possible, avoid cash payments altogether. Insist on bank transfers for all payments and ensure receipts are issued for every transaction. This creates a paper trail. Be wary of unrealistic deals. If a price seems too good to be true, it probably is. Research market prices for similar properties in the same area. Document everything. Keep meticulous records of all communications, meetings, payments, and documents. My journey to owning the land that is now Asandex wasn't a straightforward path. It was a winding road filled with lessons, close calls, and a lot of courage, resilience, and faith. Back in 2021, I told my friends and family about my dream to start a sustainable farm in Ghana. Fast forward to 2023, my brother Salami, who lives in Ghana, called with some exciting news. He had found a 10-acre plot of land located in Sanfo, in Akuapem North, going for 12,000 cedis per acre. We were excited and ready to move, but that first deal fell through. Someone else bought it before we could finalize. You could agree with me that acquisition of land in Ghana is a very competitive endeavor. A few weeks later, the same same agent brought another opportunity, 15 acres just nearby. This right here was the deal that almost cost me everything. Before we could even verify ownership, the agent insisted I send £2,000 upfront, supposedly to hire labor and a surveyor to pick coordinates. I agreed. The first search came back clear and I felt relieved. But then things got weird. We soon discovered the land belonged to the family, but the actual owner of that piece of land being sold lived in Accra and wasn't aware of the purchase process. And if it wasn't for the caretaker of the land who bravely spoke up, we would have lost everything. The signs were there. Pressure to pay quickly, inconsistencies in the documents, and that gut feeling that something wasn't right. That is when I hit pause. My mom stepped in. She started asking around the community, the elders, the neighborhood, the local leaders, and that is when the truth came out. The real owner lived in Accra and had no idea his family's land was being sold. That moment, pausing and verifying, saved me from losing £12,000. Getting my money took over a year, paid in bit by bit, but I was very grateful. My dream was still alive. On the third try, we finally found the right land, 10-acre beautiful piece of land. It wasn't luck this time, it was patience, persistence, and the lessons from 2 hard failures. If you are buying land in Ghana, take your time, verify everything, ask questions, because one small pause could save your entire dream. Integrity and transparency are not optional, they are very, very critical. Today we are building Asandex on those values, farming ethically, operating openly, and making a real difference in the communities around us. We want people to trust not just what we grow, but how we grow it. So if you are thinking about owning land or starting a business in Ghana, take it from me. Do your homework, ask questions, and never rush. Don't let your dream turn into a nightmare. Knowledge is your best protection. If you have stayed watching this video till this time, then I want to thank you. I've got 8 bonus tips I want to share with you, and I encourage you to stick around to get the most of the benefits. My bonus tip number 1, always find out why the land is being sold. Land in Ghana is often a family legacy. People don't just sell it unless there is a real reason. Always understand the motive before you buy. Secondly, ask what comes with the land. Don't assume everything on the land is yours. Clarify whether big trees, palm trees, or other assets are included in the sale. If you can, agree on a milestone payment. Make payments after the land search, when the indenture is signed, and finally, when the site plan is ready. It keeps everyone accountable and reduces risk. Get copies of ID cards. Always take copies of the sellers and witnesses Ghana cards. It's a simple way to protect yourself. Record everything. Take photos or videos during meetings and site visits. They are proof if anything goes wrong later. Know who you are dealing with. Save the phone numbers and addresses of the agent and the landowner. No faceless deals. Never make payments without documentation. Any upfront payment should be witnessed, written down, and include a clear repayment plan if things falls through. Use traceable payments only. Pay through bank transfers or mobile money so there is always proof of payment. You might follow every step to buy your land, but purchase process alone doesn't guarantee your land's security. To discover the vital actions I took to entirely protect my farmland, then watch the next video. Thank you for your time.